If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me tell you about it. It's free, which is amazing. And there are these really cool creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Anchor will even distribute your podcast for you, so it's easy to be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you get podcasts. And you get to make money with no minimum listenership, which is really cool. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started right away. Yoga teachers, mindfulness leaders, and energy workers, are you ready to stop side hustling and start making an income doing what you love? Welcome to the Marketing Off the Mat podcast. Every Tuesday and Thursday, we'll dive into conversations with successful creatives in wellness, business, marketing, and more to uncover practical methods to take you from A to B and have some fun along the way. My name is Jessica Cross, and I'm so excited to be here with you. Let's dive in. Hey there, welcome. This is Marketing Off the Mat, and it's Jess, and I am here with you today to talk a little bit about how to improve our email marketing. And I have 3 tips for you, 3 actionable tips that you can start implementing, start bringing into your mindset when it comes to all things marketing and email. So 3 tips today for you. If I get lots of questions about this, and how do I grow my list? If I don't have a large email list, can I still sell my courses, my memberships, my classes, etc.? And I just thought, this is a perfect thing for us to talk about. So I'm excited to be here with you today to chat through it. So 3 tips to improve your email marketing. Well, first of all, we'll say tip 0. If you are not collecting emails for your business, I'm going to encourage you and challenge you to start doing that right away. We only own our email marketing list. Out of all the things that we do, all the Instagram posts, the Facebook groups, all of that social media does not belong to us. It belongs to those platforms. And unfortunately, it could be gone in a flash, and there's nothing we can do about it except for growing our email list. So first off, if you're not working with that yet, if you're not working on building an email list or have the ability to collect emails in your business, let's start there. Just very minimum. Today, it could take 5 minutes for your website or on your link tree for your social is have a lead capture. Allow people to give you their email list because they want to stay in touch. So that's really step 0. Now, step 1 of the 3 tips that we are going to talk about today is identifying your ideal client. This is something that we'll come back to again and again as we work through who we're serving, what do they need, what emotional problem are we trying to solve for them. So if we don't know who we're speaking to, it's really hard to reach them. So I would encourage you, as you're starting to think about this email list building that you're going to be doing or continuing to focus on, is who do you serve? Get very specific. If you're a yoga teacher, let's say, as an example, you're a yoga teacher who teaches a weekly flow class on Saturdays. Okay. First of all, amazing. I'm glad that you're teaching. Second, who is that class for? It's not just yoga. It's okay. Well, maybe it's a flow and a yin class. It's somebody who wants to move a bit and then relax into those cooler postures. Okay, that tells me a little bit more. It's somebody who needs to move their body, but also needs some rest. Okay, dive a little bit deeper. Let's dig a little bit deeper. So tell me more about them, this client that's coming to your class, or that you would love for them to come to your class. Just start digging through and make a list, make a list of qualities of this person, and what do they need? Who is this person and what do they need are the questions that you should be asking for everything marketing, all things offerings, but especially as you're starting to build your email list, because here's why. Tip number 2, you need a freebie. You need an opt-in or a lead magnet or a freebie. Those terms are used a little bit interchangeably, but basically what that means is a valuable piece of content that you produce for free in exchange for the client to provide their contact information, namely their email. So in exchange for their contact information, they get this awesome thing that goes back to number one, is exactly what they need to solve one of their problems. It's usually a quick win. It's something that they could watch or read or experience in a fair amount of time and have some sort of transformation. The transformation goes back to tip one, where we're talking about who is your client and what do they need. So if you can figure out what they need, you offer them a transformation. You don't have to change their lives, but just one transformation that gets them closer to the thing they need or gets them closer to the problem that they need solved in their business. That is the valuable thing that you can offer in a freebie. So it needs to be valuable. And tying back to tip number one again, it can't just be a single flow yoga class. It needs to be specific. You got to get clear in your marketing and the copy that you use to describe this freebie in this class or this PDF or training, whatever that you're giving as a valuable piece of content in exchange for the email of your client. You've got to get really specific in the marketing of that freebie too. It just goes back to number one once again. So tip one was, who is your ideal client? Getting super clear. Tip number two is developing a freebie that is specific and serves a need that you can put out in exchange for your client's contact information or their email address. And let's say too, if maybe you already have a freebie, I'm going to ask you a question. If you were to look at that freebie with really clear looking glass, so you're going to clear the window and just take a look at this freebie. Is it specific enough? Does it truly serve the needs? If it does, amazing. If it doesn't, maybe let that one live for a little bit out there while you build something else. And by the way, if you have time or you have the resources to offer multiple freebies, amazing. Definitely consider doing that, because you can almost A and B test which of those freebies is capturing more of your ideal client's contact information for your email list, and continue to roll that kind of content out, not only for your freebie, but for your paid offerings as well. So take a look. If it's something you already have living out there, could it be dialed in just a bit? Maybe it lives for a little while you make something else. And to that point, if there is something that you've already created, a piece of a training, a talk that you did about meditation, something that is already existing that you could repurpose as a freebie, by all means, please do, because that saves your energy and your resources to use something that is already of value, that already solves a problem that your client is looking to solve. And you can just roll it out in a different way. You can offer that up for free. And it gives people a taste of who you are, and it gets them in contact with you in a way that's just a little bit less weird than just saying, hey, can I get your email address? And of course, if that's not weird for you, you're welcome to do that too. But this is even better, because people get to know a little bit of the flavor of what you offer. Okay. Last tip for the day. And this is really, really important, as it goes back to basically everything that you're putting out there, be it email, social media. Do not worry about the size of your email list. And off to the side, don't worry about the size of your following. But remember this: engage with who you have on your list and in your following. Treat them really well, because they went through the trouble of giving you their contact information, for putting their email in the hat to hear from you. That's because they want to connect with you. That's because they want what you have to offer. There's something inside of you that their energy matched, and they said, yes, I need more of what she's putting out into the world. So treat those 20 people, treat those 200 people, how many ever, it doesn't matter. Treat them really, really well. Focus on the quality that you can provide and not on the size of your list. If you move from a place that you're clear on who you serve, you're solving their problem, you're getting something in front of them so they get a taste of who you are and how you can help them, that list is going to grow. You can't stop it from there. People are going to be begging you to take their information so they can stay in contact. So don't worry about the size of the email list. Engage with who you have. Treat them like the gold that they are, because these are your people. And you don't need a giant email list to sell a training or a membership. You need a core group of true blue fans who believe in you and want what you have because you are serving a need that they have. So that's my 3 tips today to improve your email marketing. Of course, I feel like we could talk about this subject forever, and it's also something that I personally work through as well. Having the time to get clear on who my client is and getting the time to build freebies and opt-ins and all of that stuff. All this to say is start where you are right now. Start where you are today. Is it refining your ideal client? Is it creating a freebie or maybe tweaking a current one? Is it just adjusting the copy on something that you already have so you can put it out into the world? Start small. Little steps add up to these big overarching ideas that drive our business forward. Okay. Hey, thanks for listening. It was so awesome to be here with you. I hope these tips to improve your email marketing really helped you move forward. I'd love to hear from you. So send me a note if you listen to this episode. I'm on Instagram most frequently. It's the easiest way to reach me. You can DM me. It's jessicacross.co, and I'd love to hear from you. And if you ever have any ideas or tips or things that you would love for me to talk about on the podcast, I would love to. So send me a DM and let me know, what's going on in your world and how I can help. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. Take care. Thanks for listening to the Marketing Off the Mat podcast. I love hanging with you as we figure this thing out together. Do you have an idea or something to share with me? Send me a DM on Instagram at jessicacross.co and let me know what's on your mind. I'd be so grateful if you shared this with someone who could use this episode. And if you get a chance, please rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Catch you on the next episode. See ya.